In this video, I'm going to find out what would happen if Hypixel was hacked and deleted. What if the largest Minecraft server was hacked tomorrow? What would happen to the multiplayer community? We're going to dive deep into the theory that Hypixel could be hacked in the future and find out what would happen. Stop! If you play cracked Minecraft, don't worry. I will be hosting a new account giveaway in the coming weeks. To start the giveaway, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to stay updated. And by the way, if that little subscribe button is still red, make sure to click it with the bell so you never miss another video. Oh, and if you haven't already, go ahead and join my Discord server because I'm releasing a new pack early as we creep up on 350k. Let's get into it. Over the last week, I've been in an intense battle 1v1 against the infamous virus taking over the globe, and there has been several questions on my mind. The biggest one, what if Hypixel was hacked? Now, for the first time since I contracted this thing, I feel good enough to talk. I feel really good in myself, in my body, and I feel like I'm 90% back to normal. I was on YouTube a couple of days ago, and a creator I watch a lot, 30virus, made a video similar, talking about what would happen if a Hypixel developer went rogue. This got my imagination spiraling. What if tomorrow Hypixel was just hacked and deleted? Hypixel is the largest Minecraft server, and it is balancing the Java Edition player count on its shoulders. What would happen if this all just crumbled and fell apart right in front of us? I want to get to the bottom of that in today's video. Finally, I can talk to you guys. I feel much better. Thank you all for the messages, and let's get into this video. Now, God forbid Hypixel ever gets hacked. I mean, we're talking about the largest Minecraft server ever, and I want to know, is it possible that Hypixel could ever be hacked? I mean, if it was to happen, it would surely be the biggest thing that has ever happened in multiplayer Minecraft. I mean, I can never imagine Hypixel ever being hacked. I mean, it just doesn't really comprehend my mind. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. Is it possible? And will it ever occur? Now, we've seen Minecraft servers be hacked in the past on numerous occasions. One of the most notable memories I have personally is when the Hive MC was hacked. And this was way back in 2014. So when the Hive was hacked, it was an extremely scary moment. One of the owner's accounts was actually hacked into, and they were just going around destroying loads of lobbies. And it was the scariest thing ever. It was actually a hacker group called Team Armine, and they were actually a very big hack group. Like, they hacked PewDiePie and stuff. It's actually crazy. Now, getting back to the subject of Hypixel, could Hypixel ever be deleted? Now, we're talking about a server that gets 100,000 players concurrent, usually at a minimum. You know, sometimes they're pushing 120 to 130,000 players. And a large portion of this success is down to the fact that Skyblock is, well, just the most popular place in Minecraft right now. Hypixel Skyblock gets around 30 to 50,000 players concurrently, which is just ridiculous. Like, we're talking about filling a football stadium consistently with Hypixel Skyblock players, and that's a lot of information. Now, take into consideration the fact that Hypixel Skyblock includes a lot of single player mechanics, and what I mean by that is there is a lot of data stored. It's almost like a campaign within Hypixel. There's a ton of variables like in-game currency, ton of custom items that aren't even in Minecraft that have been completely customized specifically for Hypixel Skyblock. I mean, the development power into Hypixel Skyblock alone is more than some of the most popular games we're playing today. Now, taking that all into consideration, it would be a catastrophe if Hypixel was to one day just be deleted. Now, I find it very difficult to believe this could happen with the sheer fact that backups are a thing. You know, backing up your hard drive. I back up my hard drive once a month. You know, I should probably do it more often, but I'm not Hypixel Skyblock. I can imagine they are backing up their data as we speak constantly. They most definitely have several safe ports of where they can access data that may have been lost in, for whatever reason, you know, a fire or something happens at one of their data centers where they store information. They definitely have a backup option, which leads me to believe it would be extremely difficult for Hypixel to ever be truly deleted. You know, it would really suck for players if there was maybe a 2-week rollback period, but I believe it's happened before. I'm not sure if it's ever happened on Hypixel. I've tried digging around in my research, but I'm not entirely sure. If any of you know if Hypixel has ever had a serious rollback, please let me know. But it just doesn't seem very realistic realistic that we can just go over to Hypixel server files and just click on the delete button on our keyboard and erase it from our recycle bin? It just does not work like that. With a server of that size, I can imagine there's multiple backups of the server constantly being created in case of any kind of breach or any kind of server malfunction. Just can imagine it would be extremely difficult. The Hypixel Network formally originated back in April 2013, and to this date, there has never been a large-scale attack against Hypixel successfully created. Now, that's not to say there has been attempts in the past to destroy Hypixel, but to my knowledge, and after doing some extensive research on the internet, I haven't found one shred of Hypixel ever truly being hacked on a large scale. There is several cases which we will dive into where hackers have successfully taken offline Hypixel, but in terms of large-scale destruction against Hypixel, to my knowledge, it hasn't occurred. The only destruction that has occurred on Hypixel is the amount of Minecraft-related hackers who are loading up Hypixel with their Minecraft clients, destroying game modes and putting them in the dust. Game modes like Hypixel UAC, which now, as you guys know, is it's a game mode that is a ghost town filled with B-hop hackers who are infiltrating game modes and spreading negativity. It really does suck. Now, to take into consideration the Hypixel network has been online for just over 8 years, it's pretty interesting to find out that Hypixel has never really fell victim to a large-scale attack, whereas a lot of their competing servers such as Hive, Mineplex, The Fridge back in the day have all fell victim to a large scale of attack of one description or another. Does this mean something large is being plotted against Hypixel for the future, or is Hypixel just that big that it doesn't really have to worry about this? I mean, you've got to remember, Hypixel is literally holding the Java Edition multiplayer on its shoulders. No other Java Edition server comes close to the enormous conglomerate that Hypixel has become. It's just not possible. Hypixel has just such a large development force and has become such a large driving force in the Minecraft community that I don't think it will ever be stopped or truly beaten for player count. Having said this though, Hypixel was recently the victim of an attack. Now, it didn't really affect Hypixel too much, apart from the fact that they had their longest downtime ever recorded, which is roughly just under 10 days. Hypixel, if you guys remember, this summer was offline, and I made several videos discussing this. Now, the clear reason wasn't identified by Hypixel themselves, and it was kind of verified on Twitter from several accounts that Hypixel was actually DDoS attacked. Now, DDoS attacks are something that Minecraft servers have dealt with for many years, and from personal experience from being part of the Badline community, just like many of you guys were at one stage back in 2015, DDoS attacks take over Minecraft servers. They're a real menace to Minecraft servers, and especially PvP servers where you rely heavily on having a smooth connection to maintain players' needs, and many players would bounce between servers just because they want to play on a server that gives them very low ping, where they don't have to worry or feel like ping or connection is a huge factor to PvP or to their experience. Now, Hypixel is sometimes a very laggy server, and when the attacks were taking place earlier this summer, you could definitely notice there was something not quite right with Hypixel, which is why they took the server offline and moved all of their servers to a completely brand new location, something that takes immense power considering there is 100,000 concurrent players online. We're not talking about just moving one server box, we're talking about an entire operation, which, credit to Hypixel, did not take very long at all. And when you take into consideration when Hypixel are offline, they're losing a serious amount of money and loyalty within fanbase, they had to act fast, and so they did. The Hypixel development team is a full-scale operation, and what would happen if one of those key parts to the operation went rogue? What would happen if a Hypixel developer turned rogue on Hypixel? Well, that would be a very interesting situation, I would say, and it might not be something we would ultimately know much about. I mean, Hypixel as a team and as a company most definitely sign developers on a contract basis. This means anything malicious they do will be held in court and, you know, could be subject to prosecution. I know from experience with servers that aren't at Hypixel size that developers are most definitely under contract and will be held accountable for things that they do, especially if they're trying to destroy the server. Now, that's not to say it has not happened in the past. There's been several servers in the past, maybe not at the size of Hypixel, that have been subject to developers going rogue and wanting to cause some mayhem. I mean, if it happened on Hypixel, we would probably find out, because if someone is willing to risk their job and potentially their legal status in an attempt to destroy a project, they would most likely succeed in one way or another. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't attempt something so daring. Now, this is something I hope never occurs, but I can imagine Simon, Hypixel, or several other owners of the company are probably very prepared for this outcome. They were definitely prepared for the DDoS attacks, so I can imagine they've got some kind of failsafe in place that if this was to occur, they would know exactly what to do. However, with the size that Hypixel is growing to now, the chances of this happening couldn't be higher. I mean, Hypixel's development team must be in the clear 50s to 100s, but who knows? Many people don't really know much about the Hypixel team apart from the ones, you know, who are talking on Twitter and social media. I mean, it's a full-on job for most of them, if not all of them. Developing game modes for Hypixel, working on bugs, trying to ensure hackers aren't getting away with everything. It's a full-on job, and it should be treated as such. But that's not to say this outcome doesn't cross my mind as a very interesting situation that could possibly occur in the future, especially with the size that Hypixel is now growing to, meaning they're going to have to expand their workforce. But the hacking of Hypixel, definitely one of the most interesting concepts that could happen in the Minecraft community, something that I never wish happens. I really love Hypixel, and while it would be very interesting, it could also be very damaging. It's kind of what's stopping Bedrock from taking over, in my humble opinion. Having said that though, this is the most I have spoken since I contracted the virus, and I just want to say a huge thank you to all of the kind words. I mean, it wasn't easy for me to record this video. I had this topic on my mind, and like I said, a huge shout out to 30 Virus. He inspired me a lot to make this video, and I really enjoy watching his videos. Having said that, if you have your own opinion on this subject, please let me know in the comments down below. I love reading your comments, and I've been reading them ever so much while I've been stuck at home just in bed. My birthday is tomorrow, and I'm not sure if I'm going to upload a video or do some kind of birthday stream. I'm feeling much better today though, so thank you all for the kind words. If you haven't already, make sure to come and check out StreetRunner. You know, I've been on here throughout this entire video, just kind of mining through and grinding through, getting my money up on this server, and I want all of you to come and connect when I have an important subject that I like to talk about, just like today. And you guys know I love making these videos. I like to come on a server that is just very peaceful, like StreetRunner, and just, you know, kind of mine around, and who knows, I might get into some PvP action a little later on. But anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you did, like I said, make sure to leave a like on this video. I love making these topic videos and theory videos, so if you guys want me to make more of these, and if you have anything else you'd like me to talk about, make sure to leave a like. But I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in my next video, and goodbye.